The Voting Rights Act of 1965 that was signed into law by Lyndon B. Johnson is turning 60 today. Now, there's been several attacks against this Voting Rights Act over the years because it specifically protects the voting rights of African Americans. It was a hard-fought battle that actually made actionable change, particularly in the South. And there's been a lot of attacks and a lot of decisions that have reduced its power, specifically in 2013, Shelby County versus Holder, which counties were required, if they had a history of racial prejudice against voting or disenfranchisement, before they were allowed to redistrict, they had to seek federal approval to make sure that they weren't doing what Texas wants to do, gerrymandering the black vote out of existence. Now, it's under attack again. They're about to hear a case again, a Louisiana versus Klay, which would allow for them to basically not district areas that have minority dominant populations. Previously, Section 2 of the Voting Rights Act required that minorities who have a community should be given the same right to choose a representative of their choosing as a white community. And so therefore, there was typically new districts drawn if there was a minority community drawn together. And this case seeks to overturn Section 2, which would prevent those districts from being formed at all. This comes from Louisiana, which has a 1/3 black population, heavily populated black districts that would cease to exist should this be overturned. And it's just another in a long line of trying to disenfranchise civil rights and equality in this country under the guise of merit. And so we will see what the Supreme Court has to say about this.